I spent way too long trying to decide between these two cases for my new iPhone Air, the Frost and the Shadow. They both look good on Apple's website, but once you actually put them on the black iPhone Air, the difference is more noticeable than I expected. So I bought both, tested them for a week, and I'm going to show you exactly how they look and feel so you don't waste your money on the wrong one. Let's start with Apple's Frost case. Out of the box, it feels super light and thin. Apple says it's just 0.9mm thick, reinforced with a polycarbonate frame. It's got a little bit of flex to it, and it's not completely stiff like the Pro's clear case, but it's not as bendy as a cheap TPU clear case either. On the black iPhone Air though, the MagSafe ring instantly stands out. It's bright white against a matte black. Some people might love that contrast, but I'm not quite sure. From the back, it has a frosted glass look that softens reflections and makes the black look like a light grey. On the sides, it continues the frosted look, but when you look from the front, it almost looks more translucent. At the bottom, there's a large cutout that extends way beyond the charging port, and it also includes the lanyard holes, but this is something I wouldn't be interested in anyway. The buttons feel nice and clicky, tactile, and sound crisp. Next up is the Shadow case. It's identical in size and weight to the Frost case, but the whole vibe changes. The black MagSafe ring almost disappears into the phone, and the edges don't stand out as much. It gives the phone a nice stealth mode aesthetic. From the front, you barely notice the case, it's just pure black, but there's a slight catch, which may or may not be important to you. As I held it to film this video, I noticed that the back showed every fingerprint and smudge. I literally had to wipe it every few minutes while filming this, and you can see in a few shots where I forgot. So yeah, if you're OCD about smudges, maybe the Shadow case will test your patience. I did notice this slightly on the Frost case as well, but it wasn't as evident. I also noticed dust specks gathering inside the camera bump easily, which also got annoying. It's actually making me think that the white version of the Air could be a better choice. Day to day though, both cases feel great in the hand and complement the iPhone Air well. For me, I felt the grip was quite good. I think they're thin enough that you don't really feel like you've got a case on, which is exactly what you want with a phone this slim. They both work perfectly with MagSafe accessories, snapping them on with the same satisfying magnetic click. And if you're into the camera control, Apple have added a sapphire crystal layer that is supposed to communicate your finger movements to the camera perfectly. But in all honesty, I haven't used the camera control button once, so I can't really say if it works perfectly or not. So here's the bottom line from my perspective. Both cases look good on the black iPhone Air. The Frost makes the black iPhone look more grey, probably more than I would like. The white MagSafe ring stands out quite a lot, and when looking from the front, the edges seem to be more visible than the Shadow case. It looks more like a traditional clear case than anything, except they've added a bit of frost. The Shadow, meanwhile, looks more minimalist to me. With the black MagSafe ring, it disappears and looks pretty sleek. As the sides are darker, I notice them less when viewing the phone front on. The whole package seems more stealthy and subtle, but it picks up fingerprints like crazy, which can make it look quite messy. So I think it comes down to your taste. If you want something with contrast, go for the Frost. If you want something to be more stealth, go for the Shadow. And for me, on the black iPhone Air, I think the Shadow wins. It blends in, it looks professional, and from the front, it's distraction free. It's not perfect, but it nails that stealth look that I wanted. That said, I'm still curious. I want to test a few other ultra thin cases from third-party brands, just to see what else is out there. So if you've got any recommendations, leave them down below and I'll try and check them out. Thanks for watching, and if this helped you decide, drop a like.